Hello, welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to talk about focal lengths and how I'm choosing where to put the camera when I'm actually recording this sort of video where I'm just talking to the camera about something. So right now I'm using a 16mm Sigma lens on the Canon AE-6400, which is, I think, working quite nicely. I think we've got a nice balance of things. We've got some light behind, but not too much. We've got a nicely lit, I think my face is quite well lit. It's, I've got a light in coming in over here for a sort of reflecting board. I've got a much larger LED over there. I've got a little Philips Hue light in here as well. Now that's causing me more problems than you believe, with some sort of banding that's showing up at certain frame rates, and even at sort of what I'm doing currently at 1/50, I'm recording at 25 frames a second, so I've doubled that to 1/50, which I think has sort of muted the effect. I've got some more LEDs behind the screens, and all in all, I think this looks quite nice, and this is probably what I'm going to use. But before I decided on this, I had to try a few other things. So what I can do is sort of show you what I did. Now, the 60mm lens means the camera is about my arm's width away from me. So I can reach it. It's within easy reach. I can adjust settings. I can easily see the little screen on the top, because right now I can't use an external HDMI screen to show me what I look like. I've written a blog post about that as well, so you can have a look at that on my blog. And there's a good portion of background in display, so you can see all the way from over here, my Rodecaster, all the way to the other side where you've got my lamp and one of my speakers. As I move the camera further away and I increase the focal length from 16 to sort of 25, 30, 50 millimeters, the background is going to appear as if it's getting closer towards me and will be coming in slightly, so you'll see less on this side and less on this side as the focal length increases. So depending on what you'd want to do with your own videos, you might want to choose a focal length that's further away from you, which means you can put the camera further away from you if you don't want so much of your background. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm going to do that. I've only got the 16mm Sigma lens with the sort of the very 1.4 aperture. So I'm going to use this lens, which is sort of the kit lens that came with the A6400. This is a power zoom lens between 16 and 50. It's not the best lens. It's not the sharpest for a lot of things, and its aperture doesn't go that wide, so it's 3.5 to 5.6. Now, as I put this on the camera, I'm immediately going to suffer problems with lighting and have to change a lot of settings. Like right now, I can use ISO 100. I can use I'm happy with the shutter speed as 1/50, and I'm not going to change that because that's what we need to use really for these sort of videos. But I am almost certainly going to have to increase the lighting and increase the ISO to try and get the same sort of lighting I'm getting out of this lens now. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put the lens on now, and the next time you see me, we're going to be, I think we'll probably be about, have a focal length about 28. I do expect it to look a bit different, so let's see what happens. Right, so here we are now with the focal length set at 25mm. Now to do that, the aperture has had to be increased, and that's currently at 4.5. The lighting is brighter, and I've boosted the ISO right up to 800 because I don't have a lot more lighting available right now to point at me, so doing that will be harder. But what you'll notice immediately is on this side, some of my Rodecaster has disappeared. On this side, my sort of a lot of lamp has disappeared as well, so it's becoming closer to me. Now if I put my hand out, I'm now 2 arm lengths away from the camera, so it's had that effect already. So the next one we're going to look at is we're going to go a bit further away now, and we're going to go to 50mm a focal length, which will also increase the aperture, but I will try and deal with that somehow, so I probably will be a bit darker because there's not a lot more I can easily do right now, because I don't want to change the shutter speed. So we'll see what we can do with some lighting, but let's go now to 50mm. So here we are at 50mm. I haven't actually done anything with the lighting in the end. I thought it's fine if it's a bit darker, but you can immediately see the difference on the background now. You haven't got anything really on the Rodecaster. You haven't got any of the speaker and it's just the screens behind me. It's not a bad look, I don't mind this. I would obviously want to buy a 50mm lens with a much wider aperture if I was going to use this, because I think that would look quite nice, but I quite like the more on the background. I think that's more useful. The 60mm lens is great. Talking about it, this is the lens itself. This is the Sigma 1.4 60mm DCDN lens, which means it's designed for these smaller sensors on the A6400. They do a range of these. It's relatively inexpensive. It's about, I think it was about £300 from Amazon. I'll put a link in the description to the actual lens, but they've got a range of them. So there's a 50mm one, I think, and then there's an 85. I think I probably will look at trying to get maybe an 85 one at some point as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch back to that lens. We'll come a bit closer. I'll update all the stuff around me and try and get back to the look I want from the 16mm, and we'll just end the video with a discussion about what other things I've got going on here. So we're back now at the 16mm. I've taken off the Sony kit lens, and I'm now back to sort of 100 ISO, and things are looking how I think I like them. I'm probably going to change a lot of things though. The lighting behind me, not entirely happy with. I'd like to get a bit more going on over this side, and I'd like to get a bit more happening over there really. As I was saying earlier, I've had some problems with the Philips Hue where it's creating some banding issues. I'm going to look into that in a bit more detail and see what I can do, if there's anything I can do about improving that. But anyway, that's it really for this video. I am going to continue shooting with the 16mm Sigma lens, and hopefully it's all going to work well. In the next video, I'd like to have probably a talk about the lighting that's going on to light me. I've got a few problems there that I'm not quite sure how to resolve yet, which I can show you. Oops. I can show you by putting these on. So as you can see immediately, you can see a reflection just right here in my glasses from the LED panel over there, which I don't want. Now I would like to keep my glasses on for these videos in future because it helps with me being able to actually see. So I will work that out. But until then, I'm just going to do it without them. But yeah, I do need to work on that. It looks like I'm going to need to get some sort of more soft lighting over there, or maybe do more things with reflections. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope that's been useful. Please click the like button. I don't know what that does, but if you like the video, maybe it'll help YouTube's algorithm do something with it and more people will see the video. Yeah, so press the like, subscribe if you want to, have a look at my blog, adam.ac, click the subscribe button on there and put your email address, and I'll send you an email when I post new things that you might be interested in. So yeah, thanks for watching. Right, future me here. I'm just in the middle of editing the video, and I noticed a few things that I wanted to quickly just talk about. Firstly, when the camera was furthest away from me when it was 50mm, I thought the lighting was quite nice. I thought it was quite subdued. I think with the 16mm, it's been very bright on my face, and I don't think I need that. So what I've done is I've gone back to the 16mm for this video, and I've lowered the lighting intensities all around me. I'm hopeful that's going to look good when I get it back onto the computer and do some editing in a minute. The other thing I noticed about the 50mm lens is actually my eyes. Now, I have this problem with one of my eyes, a bit of lazy eye, so whenever I'm looking at stuff that's far away, I can find that my eyes will do funny things, which is one of the reasons I like to wear my glasses when I'm doing these recordings, because it means that doesn't happen. However, I didn't do that, so apologies for that weirdness. I'm not particularly ashamed about it, but it doesn't look quite right. So if you were watching that thinking, so it doesn't look quite right, it was probably my eyes. So yeah, that doesn't seem to happen so much of a problem on the 16mm being close up, which is quite good actually, because it means I might not need my glasses at all, because I don't want that to happen with my eyes, but that's the reason I wanted to wear the glasses. So if I find that it actually doesn't happen to me when I'm focusing on the things close up, which it shouldn't normally, then I've basically found out something very useful. I can do it. I just need to put the camera close to my face, which is good because that's what I want to do. Right, so thank you. Yep, click the like. See you later.